Hi students. In the last class we have been discussing about the story of the microorganism. There we have talked about the various kinds of the microorganisms, right? Like bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoans, viruses, and we are ending our discussion with the TMV virus, right? So tobacco mosaic virus that is observed in the groundnuts, right? And various kinds of viruses is what? They are the layer of the protein molecules. Okay, so by that we are knowing the nature of the microorganisms. We perform number of experiments to understand the structure of bacteria, fungi, etc., etc., right? So and now we are discussing about the harmful nature of the microorganisms and how they are beneficial to the environment and also the surrounding things, right? So in this session we were discussing about the microorganisms, how they are used in food and how they are used in medicinal field. So that we were now discussing about that. So that's why we were calling the microorganisms as friends or foes of the environment. Friends, they will act sometimes as friends and sometimes they were acting as like a enemies, right? So here we will do one experiment. Yesterday I said you that we will take two cups or two vessels. Imagine this as a vessel or a pot, or this as a vessel or a pot. We were taking two pots. Okay, keep the flour in that flour. Right, so I'll take a wheat flour here and I'll I'll mix this wheat flour with warm water. I'll mix it with the water. Okay, so I'll mix this wheat flour with the water and I'll keep this as, imagine this as a flour. Okay, and here also I'll mix it with the hot water and I will add here the bacteria to this. What sort of bacteria I will add to this wheat flour? I will add a bacteria so called as yeast. Right? Have you ever heard this term yeast? What is yeast? Yeast is a kind of bacteria. Why this? Oh, you know how the bacteria can be consumed. Bacteria is a microorganism. Then how we will eat the bacteria? We will get the diseases. You will feel like that? No. Like how the curd is having a good bacteria. Likewise, yeast is also a good bacteria. Yeast is a kind of bacteria which is used in the food to raise or to double the amount of the food. Okay, so take initially a cake. When you ever visited nearby bakeries or in your home, take for example the idli, the dokla or the dosha. How all these initially when the vessel is having 1/4 of the batter or the flour in that, and the next day while we want to prepare the material, the idli, the food, you need to make the batter the before day. Okay, so if you want to eat idli tomorrow, you need to prepare the batter now because it has to ferment today the whole night, and the next day it will be it will increase the amount, and thereby the flour or the flour that you are adding to the container or while you cooking, it will double the amount. It will increase in size. By what? What is the procedure involved in this? The fermentation, it will help in the raising the materials. So that's why the food will be doubled in the concentration. Okay, so what is the thing? Initially here I am adding the yeast bacteria to this vessel flour, and I am not adding any of the bacteria here. Okay, to the wheat flour I am mixing means it is so called as a dough, right? Yeast mixed dough and as plain dough. Okay, so the one which is not mixed with any of the bacteria, it is the plain dough, and the one which is mixed with the yeast is called as the yeast mixed dough. Dough is called as the matter which is mixed with the water. The flour which is mixed with the water is called as the dough. Okay, the pindi is so called as the dough. Okay, so here when I am adding the bacteria here, the microorganisms will multiply, 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 and thereby they will be generating here the carbon dioxide will be, the molecules will be increased in concentration. So, and after all, the flour which is up to here, the dough which is up to here, it raises and it will come out of the opening of the vessel. So, the vessel that you are taking, it raises the dough which is present in that, it raises, it doubles the amount and it comes out of the lid, the opening. So, when you close it with the lid also, the dough will raise like this due to presence of the yeast bacteria here. They will multiply. If they are multiplying here, they will release the carbon dioxide gas. So, the bubbles are formed. Have you ever seen that food, the idli, they are having the porous nature. The holes are formed on the food. Either it may be dosha or idli or any other kind of the bread, the cake. How these holes, the porous nature, why it is so spongy and porous? Because of the gas molecules, when the this yeast is present, this bacteria is present here, they will release the gases of CO2 and carbon dioxide. The bubbles are formed here, and the bubbles will, when the food is prepared at the end, the bubbles will look like the holes. And it raises, initially if you add this much amount of the batter or the dough to preparing the food, it increases this much. It doubles the amount. Due to what? This whole procedure is so called as the fermentation. So, what we have seen now? How the fermentation process is observed or it is carried, we have seen now. So, what is the name of the experiment? Observing the microorganisms or observing the fermentation process. For this, what are the materials that we have taken? 2 vessels, 2 empty vessels or the bowls. Okay, so and in the first vessel I have taken the flour and also the warm water. I mixed these two and I made a plain dough. And whereas I have added the water and wheat flour, and apart from that additionally I have added the microorganism, means the bacteria, the yeast bacteria that I have added to this flour, and I mixed with water so that it became a yeast dough, right? Means it will be completely mixed up, right? And after all I have closed these 2 containers with a lid. And the next day if I have seen, or after 3 to 4 hours, if I observe these 2 doughs, I will observe the dough which is mixed with the yeast, it will be raised or it will be double the content than earlier. If it is present up to here only before 3 to 4 hours, but after 3 to 4 hours, if I observe this dough, it will be raised or it will be increased in concentration or increased in amount due to the multiplication of the microorganisms. So, they will result in what? They will result in release of gas bubbles. What gas bubbles they will release? Carbon dioxide. So, when these gas bubbles are released so much, then this procedure will be observed. What is the procedure? Fermentation. So, the process here, what is there present in the dough? What is initially, what the wheat will consist of? Wheat is a form of sugar, the carbohydrate, right? The rice, the wheat or any kind of the food, right? Some foods, they all contain the carbohydrate, means the sugars. If you take the fruits, they contain the minerals, salts, sugars, right? So, if the food contains the sugars, these sugars, they will convert, if you keep them for a long time, when you keep them for a long period, you will observe a characteristic smell coming out of them. right? Why this smell is coming out of them? Take for example a apple. Okay, you take the apple and you cut it and you keep it aside for 3 days, and after all when you observe, you will get a strong smell that is striking your nose. Why this happens? Due to the release of alcohol. Here the sugars that are present in the apple, they will be converted. Here the gases will be released more. The carbon dioxide releases more in concentration, and thereby the sugar, it will turn into the alcohol. So this characteristic smell is coming from the food, means it is due to the process of fermentation. So what is the definition I can put here for fermentation? So the process of conversion of sugars into alcohols is called as fermentation. Okay, process of conversion of sugars where they are present in the food, right, into alcohol is called as fermentation. So at the conclusion, what you will write? I have observed the fermentation process present in the wheat dough, right? So we have observed with the help of this dough the fermentation process. The fermentation process is initiated with the help of microorganism, that is the yeast bacteria. So this is the kind that the action of the microorganisms, means that microorganisms always, they will not aid in giving the diseases. They will also help in the some activities like preparation of food materials. Not only the food materials, it will also help in medicinal field also. Take for example the antibiotics. What are antibiotics, or what are the medicines? What are medicines? Medicine is a composition of a good bacteria. You know, bacteria or fungi. The composition of dead or the weakened microorganisms, they are used in the preparation of medicines. Not all the microorganisms, they will cause diseases. Some microorganisms, they will cure some diseases. You know, take for example some microorganisms, they were used in the preparation of medicines. But first, who discovered that? Who are the scientists behind this, which led to the discovery of this medicinal microorganisms and their uses? So for this, nowadays we will take the medicines like antibiotics to kill the infection, right? Whatever the kind of the infection, we will visit a generic store or a medicinal store and we'll take the pill and we'll kill the infection by our own medication. But initially, you know, there is a long story behind this antibiotic. The first antibiotic was discovered by the scientist Alexander Fleming. Who is the scientist who discovered the antibiotic, first antibiotic? Alexander Fleming. Who is he? He is an army doctor. He is an army doctor. Okay. Initially, he did the experiment on this antibiotics. During the First World War that you have learned in your earlier class, right, about the World War I, there is a huge deaths happened there, and some are injured too, right? Huge death loss, and some are wounded, some they lost their organs, precious organs from their body. So, but when you are injured or when you are wounded, there the infection starts. It is a zone for the infection. The mosquitoes or the houseflies, they come and they attack us, or the germs that will always surround the wound, because they always want the unhygienic regions for their growth. So that's why they will always roam around the wound or the injury. Okay, so here the wound or the injury persons during the World War I, they are suffering from the very pathetic wounds and also the injuries. So they were, and many who didn't lose lives during the war, who survived from the war, they were troubling with these injuries and also the wounds. Okay, and many of them were died due to this wounds and injuries, due to the infection in the wounds and injuries. So the doctor, the army doctor, the Alexander Fleming, where he felt so pathetic and so he did not understand why this infection is troubling these soldiers or the persons, and how it is causing the death of that persons. Then he started his research at that time, and there he found one antibiotic, that is so called as penicillin. Where this penicillin is derived, it is derived from the plant which is called as Penicillium notatum. It is derived from the bacteria which is called as Penicillium notatum. Okay, so it is extracted from the Penicillium notatum. So this penicillin is also a kind of the microorganism, but this microorganism will attack the other microorganism and it destroys the infection there, and so that wound or the injury can be healed and the person can be and its survival is possible, and its life will be out of the threatened region or the threatened situation. Okay, so here this Alexander Fleming, he discovered the penicillin. It is a strong antibiotic. So this strong antibiotic will kill the infection in the wounded or the injured region. So initially he took the microorganisms from this Penicillium notatum and he prepared an antibiotic. So what is the composition of the antibiotic? It is the dead weakened microorganisms. It's a composition of a microorganism. It may be of a good bacteria or the fungi. So they will, if they are injected, or they can be taken from the oral form, or they can be injected through an injection. If they are entered into your blood, if they are entered into your body, they will target the specific wound or the infection area, and they will kill the infection there, and they will kill the microorganisms which are creating this infection. And ultimately he laid successful remedy, he gave successful remedy or successful medicine to these wounded persons or for the killing the infection. So that's why he is considered as the father of the antibiotics, Alexander Fleming. Okay, and after the penicillin, many of the antibiotics, they came into the light, such as the streptomycin, erythromycin, right, and aureomycin, right, erythromycin, streptomycin, aureomycin. These are some examples for the antibiotics. Okay, but antibiotics are not, they have not been consumed, or they should not be taken without the prescription of a physician or a doctor, because as they are the strong agents to kill the infection, you cannot take them without the advice of a physician or a doctor. So that's why you have to have a particular recommendations from a well-known physician or a doctor. Otherwise, sometimes if you keep on taking or if you keep on consuming these antibiotics, then at a certain point of time, this antibiotic resistance will be developed in your body. If you take the medicine to kill any kind of the infection, there the infection is not killed there, and thereby the resistance is maintained by your body. So if you take the medicine also, there the medicine action is not sufficient to kill the infection. So it may lead to some surgeries or any kind of that other activity to take off the infection. So that's why antibiotics should not be taken continuously or without the prescription. Okay. So after all, who are the scientists? They discovered the different kinds of antibiotics. One notable scientist to discuss now is Yellapregada Subbarao. Okay, he is a scientist who discovered the aureomycin. Okay, so because in those days many kinds of diseases, they are not having the medicine. Okay, they are not having the medicine to kill the infection or the kind of microorganism that are attacking their body. In those days, when you go back to 2 centuries or 3 centuries back, you will observe epidemic diseases like measles, mumps, plague, typhoid. Like these diseases, they were troubling the people and it ultimately led to the death of the persons. So the scientist Yellapregada Subbarao, he is a scientist who discovered the aureomycin. So he discovered the aureomycin. Okay, he discovered this to kill the fever of typhoid and also the plague. Okay, so he discovered this strong antibiotic to kill the infection like plague, typhoid. Okay, he is very well known person and he got the Nobel Prize for his antibiotic, the aureomycin. So he was awarded with a Nobel Prize. So these many scientists, they worked on the antibiotics, means they worked on the various kinds of microorganisms and they gave different medicines to cure, to keep this stop, to keep a full end to the infection and some kinds of the epidemic diseases. And later on, one more story they came into the existence, that is so called as the vaccine. I think you have heard about this term, the vaccine, right? What is a vaccine? A dead and weakened microorganisms, when they are made into a solution or in the form of a medicine, then it is so called as a vaccine. What is vaccine? Vaccine is a dead or weakened microorganisms So vaccine is a kind of dead or weakened microorganisms. Means these weakened microorganisms, they are extracted from the humans, animals and plants, and thereby they were preserved and they will be they are supplied or they were given to the persons orally or through the injections. Okay, so for what we will use the vaccines? For different epidemic diseases, and during your in the childhood, every child is provided with the vaccine against various kinds of the epidemic diseases like the measles, the mumps, the smallpox, right, and for typhoid. Till now, to this 20th century also, we were not having a good medicine or the vaccine for the typhoid fever. It attacks the person still in the India, Bangladesh and also in the Pakistan. It is a striking fever and a troubled fever. Sometimes it weakens the body of the person and ultimately sometimes it leads to the death of the person also. So till now, till this to date also, we have only 80% of effective vaccine to cure the typhoid disease. But before, when you go back to 2 or 3 centuries before, there is no availability of this vaccine to this kind of epidemic diseases. So that's why some formulations are framed by many scientists to kill these kinds of the microorganisms that were causing various kinds of diseases. You know, some diseases, they are not cured by the small medication or small prevention or precautions. We need a vaccine to kill the infection. If next time if it is attacking us, this vaccine which is present in our body, it kills that when it attacks us, because it know the source of that infection. So soon this infection strikes our body, this vaccine will come and it will kill that microorganism, and thereby it will prevent us from the various diseases. So how a vaccine is injected then? How a vaccine is injected? What is the suitable age for the vaccine? Vaccine is injected through the oral, I mean through the drops, or through the injection. If it is so powerful, then it can be injected to your bloodstream, or some vaccines are recommended orally, through oral. They are given droplets. You know, when we talking about the oral vaccines, polio drops are the one good examples for the oral vaccine, right? So, polio drops, when they are given the polio drops, initially these oral vaccines, they are recommended to the very young babies, right? The young childs, the young babies are recommended with the polio drops. Means till you are, when you are not having, when it is of 6 months to 12 months and 2 years, 3 years, these polio drops are recommended. So I think you know this pulse polio program, right? They were with the involvement of the government, they will give you they will perform this pulse polio program to give the oral vaccine to the children who are below these 3 years or 4 years through the prescription of the physicians or the nurses, and thereby many kinds of the diseases which are not tolerant, where the child is not tolerant to have that infection, or it cannot, their immunity is not sufficient to overcome the infection. Here these oral vaccines, they will act as like a shield and they will kill this infection, and thereby the young ones are protected from the various kinds of infections through this oral vaccine, such as the polio drops. Okay, and what are the other kinds of the vaccines? Take for example, now we have discussed the penicillin and also aureomycin. Aureomycin is also a kind of the vaccine, right, which can be injected to your bloodstream. So what are the other vaccines which are injected to your bloodstream? They are not the oral vaccines, but they will mix up with your blood. When they are mixed up with your blood, they will be creating the resistance again at such type of the infection, and soon the infection, while it may be of a protozoa or bacteria, algae, virus, when it enters your body, it immediately kills. This vaccine immediately kills that infection and it protects you from the diseases. So that's why the vaccines are very much essential for the young ones, whereas till when you reach the adult stage also, you are protected from the diseases with the help of these vaccines. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. So, our topic of discussion is the tattered blanket. Okay, a tattered blanket. What is tattered? Tattered means which is torn, which is completely the old one, old, torn, blanket. Old torn blanket, the one which is completely the tear, right? The blanket which is tear completely, the old one and the threads that are coming out of it. Okay, then it is termed as a tattered blanket. So, who is the author behind this tattered blanket? Kamala Devi. Okay, the author of this lesson is Kamala Das. Okay, Kamala Das is the author of who has written, who has translated this story to us is Kamala Das. Okay, so here we are talking about we were discussing about the discussion between a son, a mother and a sister. Okay, how these three are engaged in a discussion, how they will exchange their ideas, and why the son, when he is when he is parted from the mother, when he comes again to the home, how the mother will feel all the time. Who is a mother who is completely a disabled one, means the one who is not mental disability, the mother is having here the mental disability, how she feels, how she continuously reminds his son, and how we hear the situation demands the sister to react, and she is so annoyed of her brother, and how these situations they will come across, and how they are having the dialogues in between them, that we were now discussing. Okay, so our topic is what? Tattered blanket. So, tattered blanket, here firstly the mother, the brother and the sister are there here. Okay, the mother was, initially the parents, the mother or the father, they brought up the kids, right? They will brought up the kids with lots of thoughts, with a lot of aspiration, right? They want always their children to excel in their life, right? So, they were dreamt of making their kids to the heights. They always want their kids to climb the mountains, right? They will try and they will run till their last drop of blood. They'll spend all their efforts, all their expenses on the future of the kids, right? So, but this in this session we will understand the nature of a son and also the sister, how when they are all of a sudden when they gather together after a long time, how they will exchange their words with each other, that we will have here. Completely this topic is completely of dialogue discussion between the dialogues which were passing from one person to the other person, that we will be discussing here. Here in a village called Thiruvananthapuram, which is present in the Kerala, there is a family. In Thiruvananthapuram, which is located in Kerala, okay, so which is located in Kerala, there lives a mother, sister and a brother. Okay, the brother studied and he got a job. He is a government official. Okay, he got the job in the Delhi and he went out of the home. He went to pursue his studies and he worked. Okay, he got the job to work, so he moved from the village Thiruvananthapuram and he shifted to the Delhi. Okay, so later on these years were passing, but the son didn't visit his home. He didn't return to his motherland. Means that to his native village he never visited. Okay, one fine day when the woman was sitting in the veranda, as you all know that what is veranda? The corridor region is so called as the veranda. Okay, So when she was sitting in a chair, okay, it is as it was so cold, and she was sitting in the chair, and her daughter is assisting this mother. Okay, she was taking care of her mother here. Okay, so later on, when something sound is coming out of the home and some sound strikes her ears, the mother ears are struck with some sound, then she asks her daughter name is so called as Vimala. Okay, this mother is there, right? So, no, this mother is there, daughter name is Kamala. Daughter's name is Kamala. Okay, so when the sound strikes their ears, this mother will ask the daughter Kamala to go out and check what's happening outside. Okay, so she will ask the daughter to look after, to look out of the house or towards the door. Then she will observe a man which is coming, middle-aged man. He is having the bald head and he is walking from the entrance and he is entering into the home. Then she will ask the Kamala, who is coming there and who is the one, what is the sound, why it is coming, like the question she will ask her daughter. Then later this man is coming, then she recognizes that this daughter, that Kamala recognizes that is her brother. Okay, the brother is coming here. So she was surprised after a long time when his brother visits the home. She was so surprised at that. But here again the mother will ask her, who is the one who is coming here, who is the one, why he is coming here, what is the sound? Then she says that it is none other than the son, your son, the Gopi. She will say that he is Gopi, he is coming from Delhi. You know, I said you initially that the mother was mentally disabled. She cannot remember, she is not in a position to remember the things that were happening around her. So, as soon as the Kamala replied to her mother, but later she will again ask her daughter, who is the one who came here, who is the one who is visiting the home? Then she will say it is the Gopi. He came from the Delhi to see us. He came here to know our good and bad, she will say. Then she will say, and soon after 1 minute, 2 minutes later, she will say that my son works at Delhi. He is a government official. He earns 2,500 rupees per month. As he was so rich, he enjoys the luxury of the, he is having a lot of pressure with his work. He will say all these things. While listening to all this discussion, Gopi was so surprised that his mother was completely mentally, she is upset. She is mentally depressed. But this Kamala, who is his sister, she was very frustrated, annoyed with the actions of the Gopi. You know, she will ask that you went to Delhi before 5 years, and she will ask that till now you are not having a time to know how the mother is in this village, how she is doing, and you don't want the wellness of your mother, you are not care about your sister and mother. She will ask like that. Then he says that, then he replies to this question and he says that I am the one who is working in the family. So I am having the children and my wife, so called as Vimala. We were staying in the Delhi as it was very expensive city. It cannot meet the demands or all the needs cannot be fulfilled. I need to earn more. There is a lot of difficulty in running the family. So I am not having, you know, when I got the promotion last year. So that's why I was so busy. I was with my toes. Means that I don't have the time to look after anything. So I was so busy here, that's why I cannot spend my time on any of the thing or any of the situation. So that's why I haven't visited the village. I'm not having any other intention. I'm not having any other intention or the wrong thought in my mind not to come to the village. But here what's the issue is, I'm so busy, so that's why I couldn't come here. He replied in this manner. But the sister Kamala, who is there, she was very annoyed about the behavior of her brother, so called as Gopi. Okay, so and again here the mother is completely with the mental disability, right? So this mother again asks her that how the Gopi is in Delhi and what he is doing there, is he married there? She was asking the questions to her daughter. Before only she said that the Gopi visited the house, right, and she took him with her hands and she replied, she was smiling at his face and her cheeks are completely filled with the joy, right, and she is having the scars, and also while she is laughing she is getting the fine lines on her face. Soon she replied before only, but later again and again she was questioning that how is Gopi, how his life is going there, is he married there, are he having any children, like that she was asking. So look at the position of the mother, how she was feeling the parting, how she was so depressed and also disappointed with the parting of his son, right, of her son. Right, so that's why the parents are always dreamt of the good. They are dreamt of doing the good to the children. They will always be in thinking. The thoughts are always roaming around the children. Right, so that's why she was asking about continuously regarding her son. Then she looked at his brother Gopi, the Kamala, and she was looking at her so annoyingly, and she replied that look at her, as she was 83, you are not having time to visit this place. She asked in this manner, are you not having any 1 minute or any 10 minutes in a day to write a letter to your mother? She asked in this manner. Then he replied that no, I am not having the time because I was in my toes. So I have to tackle all the problems and I have to do all the work regarding my job. So I don't have enough time to do all these things. But I am not like that, I am not careless, I am not negligent towards my mom. So that's why I am not in a position to write a letter to convey my messages to you. So that's why I am like this. Today I came here to solve my problems because the money which is coming with my work is not sufficient to meet my needs. So that's why I came here to sell my property, to make some money from my property so that I can solve my needs to some extent. He replied like that. Then she said that if you are coming now and you just after 5 years, you didn't ask your wife to write a letter to your mother-in-law, you didn't ask your wife to write a letter to your mother-in-law, and you haven't visited this place, and now you came for the property and you just now asking for the money, and you are not cared about your mother, and now you just asking this all, and later taking the money you will just fly off from here and you will not visit this place anymore. She replied in this manner. So then this Gopi said, no, it is not the thing. I will visit this place. I will come to see my mother. Whenever I get the time, I will come here to see my mother. I am not having the time. I am not having the quiet time to visit this place. It's not like that. My situation made me to do all these things, he said in this manner. Okay, so what are we discussing, students? Again, let me recap this all. Right, so what is our part of discussion? The tattered blanket. Okay, so in this tattered blanket, one mother, son, and the daughter discussion is happening. What happens? The mother is sitting at the backyard of the home and in the veranda, near veranda. As it was so cold, the climate is how? It is so cold and some mist is coming out of this cold, it is winter, right? So, and suddenly some sound is coming from nearby the door. Then she asked her daughter to check what was the sound was coming there. Then she called her daughter, Kamala, just go and see who is the one that is coming from there. I am getting the sound, someone is walking here, someone is coming here. Then immediately this Kamala will will go to the nearby gate and she will see the person, middle-aged person is coming from the gate. Who is that middle-aged person? That is her brother, who is so called as Gopi. Okay, so then she will call. She was sitting in a right nearby veranda, right? Tina is a place just like a block to keep some things. Okay, so she was surprised with the visit of her brother. Okay, then she will say that Amma, this Gopi is coming, your son is coming, Anna is coming here. She will reply to her mommy, right? To her mother. Later, then she will ask that who is the one again coming. I said to you that the mother is mentally disabled here. So that's why she cannot memorize the things. You can say that she is having Alzheimer's like that. As she was 83, she is having the disease so called as Alzheimer's. So that's why she cannot memorize these things so efficiently. So that's why she was keep on asking the questions to her daughter. So later on she will, the Gopi will come near to the mother and then he will answer to her mother that I am the one who came here, I am your son. She will say, and he will say like that. Then what happens here? Then she will look, his sister will look towards his brother Gopi. The Kamala will look into the Gopi in an annoyed manner. Why she is looking into the annoyed manner towards her brother? Because the brother, he went to the Delhi for a job, right? So he got the government job there. He became a government official there. So, but still, since from 5 years, he is not visiting the place where they were used to stay. Right? He is not visiting his native home since from 5 years. He married to a girl so called as Vimala, and this mother is not aware of this. And he is having the children too, but she don't know, she cannot memorize it. And her daughter is the only one who is caring her mother. So because of all these things, his sister was so annoyed about the behavior of her brother. So then he will ask there, you are not having the time to visit this native place, you are not even having some time to spend with your family. And this situation, again the mother will ask, Gopi sent a message to me, isn't he writing a letter to me, isn't he sent a letter to me? She was asking like that. While listening to that words, she will look at her brother so frustrated manner, and she will say, look at here, this is the position of the mother, right? This is the position of Amma. So she was so cared about you. She cannot pass a day without your message. She will always be in search of getting your message, right? She will always be engaged. She will always be dreaming about your message only. And she will ask that, you are not having time. Okay, I will agree with you. Then what about your wife? Isn't she having a time to write a letter to her mother-in-law? No. Then he said, no, not like that. We will not be thinking like about it. So we are not having a quiet time to send a message to you all. So that's why it's okay. Then she will say. Then again he will ask the Gopi. You know about my son. He is so called as Gopi. He works. He is a government official. He is having 2,500 rupees as salary. You know, he was studying in the college. He bought a shawl or a blanket or red color blanket to me because the cold conditions are not favored for me. So he bought a a red blanket to me to cover myself. What the mother said? The mother said that when Gopi was studying in the college, he bought a red blanket to cover to his mother. Okay, to cover herself, because the cold conditions are not suitable or not favorable to his mother. Then she asked that, you know my son Gopi, then you ask him to get a red blanket again, because as this was so cold climate, I cannot control myself and I cannot resist this cold, so I want a blanket which keeps me so warm. So in initial days my son used to get me the blanket, but these days the blanket was so tattered, it was broken, it got all the tones, it became so old, it became so rounded, now I cannot use it anymore. So please send this information to my son to get a new blanket to me, which was a red colored one. Then he will say that, yes, I know him, I will tell him, I will inform him to get the new blanket. Then then again his sister will again say to her brother, replies to her brother, look at her position, she was 83 now and she was always dreaming about you and she was praising you like anything, but still you are not the person, you are not the right person, you are not visiting your mother, you are not cared about your mother. So why you came all of a sudden after 5 years, why you came here, why you visited now? Mama's position is not good. Then he said that I am in the trouble, I am in the need of money. So that's why I just wanted to sell the property, okay, in my native village. So that's why I came here. So to fulfill my demands, to fulfill my needs, I came here to my needs. Then he said like that. Then she annoyedly, she looked at her brother, then and again she was replying that if you just sell the property which you are having right now from here, you will not visit anymore this village, you will not again come to the Thiruvananthapuram, you will fly off to the Delhi and you will not visit anymore and you will not come to the native village anymore. She said like that. Then he said, no, not like that, I will visit again and I will look after the things, I will come when I get a quiet time to come here. Then he replied in this manner. So that's why the author named this lesson that tattered blanket. Whatever our situation is, whether we get to the time or not, but still we have to spend and we have to give time to our parents, to look after all the things regarding our parents, to know about good and bad about them. We need to have the time, we need to take the time to look into all the things that cares or that shows the nature, positive nature towards our parent. Here what Gopi did, Gopi is not cared about his mother, right? So he is not a bad personality, but he is a good personality. But besides that, he was not cared about his mother. Okay, he was not visiting his mother, and this mother was depressed a lot, and she was completely talking about his son only. She was always in the dreams of his son. So that's why that's why her sister was so angry about her brother, right? So what we can have the summary from this lesson, students? So Kamala Das, she is an excellent author. She conveyed the message how to treat the persons in a good, quiet manner, right? So she made us to again just think about a bit about our parents, right? So is it a tattered blanket is just sufficient to the as a headline to this lesson? Yes, definitely, because here the blanket is not tattered, her heart is also tattered, right? Her sister had started here with the behavior of the gopi, and also here it is showing the affection between a sister and a brother and the love towards the children. The Adrika, what he is conveying, he is conveying the message as she was mentally disabled, but still she never forget her children, right? She never forget her children. She know her son. She is aware of her son. She know his name is Gopi, and what he is doing. You know, while she was talking about his job, she said he is enjoying Kesari Yogam. What is Kesari Yogam? What is Kesari Yogam, students? Kesari Yogam is nothing about the luxury of the work, the job that you are enjoying. You are getting the money out of it, right? So, the way that you enjoy the pleasant thing how you enjoy pleasantly, right? The pleasure that you are getting from that work, that is so called as Kesari Yogam, because the mother was always thinking that her son is doing the job, he is getting plenty of money, so he can fulfill all the needs, so he is enjoying the pleasure, right? So that's why he used to signify the word with a phrase so called as the Kesari Yogam. She is highlighting with the adjective, right? So like this, these are the Kamala Das. She showed the relation between the sister, the brother, and also the mother. And finally, she explained about the nature and how to react according to the situation. And here you have come across different kinds of the words, right? So like for example this Kesari Yogam, and also this tattered, right? I said to you that tattered is the old torn blanket, and coming to the annoyed. What is annoyed? I hope you understand this, right? So here we were talking about the how the heart was broken for a mother, how the mentally disabled mother, she is aware of her children, and how the sister she was so disappointed with the behavior of her brother, and so how the gopi, he is good, but still he is not having the time because he framed a family. Oh, okay, while she was talking, when his mother is talking about his son, she was asking that, what is the name of her? She was asking so slowly, what is the name of my son's wife? What is the name? Then she replied that, Kamala replied that her name is Vimala. Isn't he having any kids? Any kids are there? How many kids the Gopi is having? She was asking with some of the distress. Okay, so but still she managed it, she was always in the dreams of her son, right? Here the author significantly mentions the tattered blanket, and she compares the unique style of writing, the heart, the feeling, the emotions of a parent, so called as mother, with the help of the Kamala and also the Vimala and the Gopi. She framed excellently, she framed the network so excellently, and she conveyed the message as Kamala Dev is the daughter. I said to you that Kamala Das is the daughter of an Iyer, and also the mother and father both are the well-known writers. Okay, they are well-known poets who are so popular, and she is the daughter of her both Iyer and her mother, and she became so popular. She translated many of the poems, and she wrote many poems, and she always have a good style of writing in conveying the message in a other indirect manner, and she has her own way of own style of writing here. So that's why Kamala Das got many of the awards like Sahitya Akademi Award. Those who are well versed in the literature, they are getting a token of memory in the form of awards, right? So they are called as Sahitya Akademi Awards, some awards in her native state and in other across, and she got Padma Shri also. Okay, so like how she compared his situation for his excellent skillful work, she got these awards, and that's why now we were talking about this Kamala Das also. So this is a nice story regarding a tattered blanket which conveys the message between the parents and also the children. I hope you enjoyed this.